Alright, right before we get into this video, I'm just gonna say I don't have any gameplay recorded, so I'm just gonna fucking put League in the back because I haven't played Tarkov in years, or a year or two, and I just wanted, it's just something to look at other than staring at my fucking desktop. So, viewer retention, yeah. Anyway, let's just hop right into my fucking problem with this. If you look at my channel, I didn't always make variety or siege content. I actually started my YouTube channel playing a not very well-known game at the time, which I think I started uploading around 2019, so it may have been just right before its first boom in popularity. And today, I'm going to talk about why I think the game has suffered not only with its own popularity, but how the game itself wasn't being properly developed even before the massive attention it got. First off, let me get something off my chest. A couple years ago, both of my emails were hacked and I almost lost my entire Steam account. My YouTube account, and almost everything, since those were my only two emails and both had been compromised. Thankfully, I was able to make my current email address with a lot of steps to ensure that even if I do get hacked again, I can easily recover it. Now, there was one thing that I couldn't really get back from the hack, my BSG account, with my Edge of Darkness key still on it. I could continue to log into it for years after the hack, but one day, it decided to log me out and sent me a confirmation email to ensure I was me. Well, needless to say, I was pretty much fucked. I no longer had access to the email in question, and I couldn't remember my secret question. I was like 17 when I made it, so don't get mad at me. Not saying that it's not partially my fault, but let me keep explaining and I'll get to the infuriating part very soon. Once I was locked out, I emailed BSG support around that time. I'll show the original copy-pasted response they sent me from both emails, because I'm pretty sure it's all the same. How do I know it's generated? Well, because I recently sent them another email when I got a hankering to play some Tarkov. Now that you've seen both emails they sent, you're probably asking, why not get a hold of your email provider and follow their instructions? Fair. But it's been years since that email was hacked, and yes, I should have at the time, but let's be honest with ourselves here, BSG has refused to add a recover account option to either the website or launcher. Something even indie devs can add to their game. I understand that BSG isn't a AAA studio, but they aren't indie either. They're a middle ground, and that's not even touching on the state of the game at this time. It seems every update they try to fix a problem, and in doing so, they make about 10 more. Hackers can now DC you from the raid just by killing them. I saved a video from Very Bad Scav just to show you what I'm talking about. If you're interested in his content, he's really entertaining and gives a good analysis on the hacking situation and many other hacking situations. So I'll put his channel in the description in case you guys haven't heard of him. This hacking exploit wasn't doable till very recently when they updated the game, making this exploit possible. I'm not even going to try to explain the inner workings of those types of cheats because, to be frank, I have no clue and I wouldn't want to spread misinformation. My gripe in this video is the state of Tarkov and BSG's lack of care. The top streamers aren't being affected. Sure, flame me, but you know I'm right. The only people that truly have any say in the game is not you or me, it's the streamers that have Nikita and the dev's ear. At every chance, Nikita has slammed the player base for voicing their concerns. I just remember when I was playing this game almost every night, there was a new thing Nikita had said that when the community had problems with the devs' decision making. And yes, it is their game to develop, and they have every right to implement things they think is best. I and the rest of the community have every right not to play it. This game has already went through its renaissance, and now it's plummeting at an alarming rate. And this isn't the first time. The devs have implemented things before that have alienated part of the player base. For example, when they nerfed the rat playstyle. I'm not gonna lie, that was my go-to. But I'm not mad about them nerfing the secure container. I'm mad that the player base found a new way to play the game and give it some diversity just for the devs to say no and nerf it into the ground. And on the opposite side, the Chads have been nerfed several times, like how they made the game a grind fest for the Chads looking to get Kappa that wipe. Well, it's no longer tied to a quest line. Well, it is, but now there's more grinding to do, other than just the quest. Here are the requirements I screenshotted from a Google Doc. This isn't all of them, and it's like a year old, so it might be updated a bit. The bottom part got cut off But this isn't even all of them. Not to mention the pre-inertia movement. They nerfed that, but still kept the source code in the game. Now, I'm unsure if any other game keeps outdated game code, but even if they do, they somehow hide it better than BSG, because I've never heard another game have the issues that Tarkov does, at least not this popular of a game. I could go for days on all the fuck-ups that the dev team have done, but I don't have that time, and I assume you don't either. The point of the matter is, for as big of a game as Tarkov got, some of the most basic issues all stem from one thing. The optimization is ass. The engine is shit for the type of game they're trying to make. Their network infrastructure hinders the game to a staggering degree. There's a reason you get almost 100% more frames in offline raids. Now, I expect frame drops when playing with other players on the map, but holy fuck. Getting 77 frames with a Threadripper in 4090 is crazy. Not me, by the way, I ain't got the money for that. My point being, is that in the hopes of making Tarkov a mainstream game, they neglected the very bones of it. Now, am I one of those conspiracists that say they don't recover accounts in hopes of people buying another copy? Well, kinda. It's the same reason they don't IP ban multi-offense hackers in their game. Money. The base edition is $50. A hacker's already spending money either monthly or yearly for their cheats. Why not buy multiple accounts in 1 year? They don't care about the health of the game. Hell, this wasn't even the game they wanted to make. This was just to get money for their true game, Russia 2028. It's a well-known fact in the community. They're half-assing this game to get to their passion project, and it sucks, because if they actually polish the game a bit, it would be okay. I wouldn't say it would be playable. They would have to change engines and work on their network infrastructure, but it wouldn't be nearly as bad. And who knows, if they try here, maybe people will be interested in their next game, instead of people joking that they will never finish the damn game, because the likelihood of BSG finishing it is very low. They had a chance to build when the game exploded not once, but twice. I believe once in 2019 and another during the pandemic, if I'm not mistaken. I've already done a shitload of research for this video, so I'm not even going to look for specific dates. I do know for a fact the game blew up twice and they sucked the big streamers off and added drops to their streams instead of making quality of life changes. It seems all they do nowadays is nerf shit, which is fine when it's warranted. Most aren't though for BSG. The only good change I can think of is inertia. I'm sure there are like one or two more, but I can't think of them right now. This is just a vent video. BSG never cared about their player base, and they never will. That's why Tarkov is having an exodus currently. The hackers have taken over the game because BSG gave them the tools to do it. And yeah, maybe they'll get banned, but they'll just buy another copy and keep going. I refuse to, until they actually start caring. You can differ from my opinion, and maybe I don't make good points in this video, but I'm pissed that BSG can't even implement something as mundane as a recover account process. Nope, it's up to the email provider to get my account back. Bullshit. Nikita's a fucking joke. And so is Tarkov currently. After 2 explosions of fame, the game still pumps content out like a drip IV. Slow as fuck. He even said he expanded the team significantly, but now even more problems are popping up. Which leads me to believe that one of two things is happening. 1, either they know of it, but no one cares, or 2, they're oblivious to all of it. And I don't think it's the latter. Anyway, tell me what you think. I'm gonna hop off and cry. I have a fucking headache from thinking about this shit game and even shittier developer. Bye. Tiny small editor's note here. It appears that a new development has arose where now, instead of putting man hours and everything into the game, they're doing a cash grab with their new, after they took the Edge of Darkness away, which by the way is like $150. Now they're releasing a $250 apparently pay to win unheard edition of the game. What in the fuck